Gentlemen, Damen und Herren, Mesdames et Messieurs, welcome once again to the Vincent Charles Project, our year-end extravaganza. And I'm very glad that all of you decided to join us. Hopefully, although I'm not seeing anybody joining us at the moment, but I'm sure more people will be joining us when they're able to join us. So, enough about me, enough about my show. Let's get on to the introductions. With us tonight, we have one of my favorite Twitters. We have the incomparable Mickey Blowtorch. Mickey, how you doing tonight, brother?
Good evening, my fellow Americans. I'm well. Happy to be here. It's a very stoic. Did you like it?
Yes. Be well, Mickey Blowtorch.
Channeling, channeling some Cronkite.
I thought you were channeling Demolition Man, but yeah, okay. Be well, John Spartan. He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
Oh, already with references.
Yes, already.
We haven't even been online a full. Oh, we have been a full minute, 17 seconds.
They come lightning fast here. And again, joining us, we have, again, the incomparable Aggie Reekin. Aggie, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great. I am so happy to be in a podcast with Mickey. It has been too long, my friend.
Yes, yes, it has. That's one of the things that I was thinking about when I was running through my head who I would invite onto this episode. And I'm like, we need to get these kids back together. So yeah.
Practically been too long.
It's like Martin and Lewis all over again.
only in a good way.
Yes, this is true. And once again, joining me, we have the incomparable. I keep saying that because you guys are so incomparable because you're fucking awesome for doing this show with me. And I love you. I love you all dearly.
Is there a plural of that word?
Incomparables.
I don't like
Incomparable.
it.
But anyway,
Guy.
we have Miss Janelle Waz. Janelle, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. I got my tea here and I'm ready to go.
No bullshit. Right out of the gate. I love it.
Got that tea.
It's like Janelle Waz came to play.
You spill the tea, I'm gonna find you.
Oh shit. And I know we had promised to bring Ordy Packard onto the show, but unfortunately he's not feeling his best at the moment.
He's in the chat.
Hopefully he's listening. Hopefully he's in the chat. Oh, okay. I forgot that I can see the Ordy's in the chat. Yes.
So
Ordy, thank you for showing up, brother. And oh wait, hang on. Okay. Still trying to figure out how to work this chat thing. Yeah. And
Doing
we
it all
have
live.
Yeah, fuck it, we're doing it live. And we have Gay Biker Dad, who will be joining us shortly because unfortunately he had to work until 6 o'clock tonight, so he will be joining us at first opportunity. And Ordy, sorry I can't be. There we go. You're here in spirit. Yes, he is.
If Gay Biker Dad doesn't have a walk-on song, I'm going to be severely disappointed.
I know. If I could figure out how to channel in music and all this stuff, I would.
Like
I would
hot
still
stuff.
be doing it. Yes. Or yeah. No, I was going to do Village People, definitely.
There's so many wonderful.
Oh my God, so many 70s songs.
Stylings.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, you got the Village People, you've got Chic, you've got Donna Summer, you've got
Bee Gees.
ABBA.
Gees.
Hello.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes,
Bee Gees.
Waterloo. That's his walk-on song.
Waterloo. Couldn't escape if I wanted to. Look, I was singing that song while playing GoldenEye, all right?
Now there's a juxtaposition.
Oh, jeez.
I'm
Oh
sorry,
my
sir. I
God.
must have taped over that tape.
And again, for those who
Sliding those Simpsons references in.
yes, for those who aren't normally used to my show, when Janelle is on, there will be references to Star Trek, there will be references to tea, and there will always be references to The Simpsons, regardless. So,
Indeed.
I'm making notes.
Let's sidetrack real quick with that taped over that show. Reminded me of a story that I've never told a soul. And I
ooh,
think this would
Oh,
be a good
no.
reveal for the Vincent Charles holiday New Year show.
oh, absolutely.
During my adolescence, there was a period, that every young man goes through when they snoop through everything that their parents own.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
And when I was about, I guess, 13 or 14, I found this lockbox in my father's closet. And inside that lockbox were various VHF tapes. And one was titled something something nurses. So the curious lad I was decided to view this particular VHS tape. And much to my delight was these buxom nurses that were doing everything but taking somebody's temperature. And so I decided throughout the summer that I would view this tape. Towards the end of the summer, where one day I was viewing it, I accidentally hit the record button and recorded like 5 minutes of this Mexican dental commercial over the tape. From
oh my God.
one of our Spanish radio stations we have here locally, or TV stations, I'm sorry. And so my father came home early from work that fateful day, and I had to just like get it out of the VCR and sneak it back like in a hurry into the closet so I wouldn't be discovered. With the Mexican dentist commercial still on the tape.
Oh my
I
God.
wonder if he ever saw it. I'll never know.
And your dad
This has
just
been
pops
heavy
it
on
in.
my conscience for the last 30 so years.
Oh my God. And he just pops it in. He's getting ready to watch Backdoor Sluts 9. And
What
he's
the
like,
fuck's
what the
this?
hell?
Dentist?
It's like,
This
Backdoor
ain't no
Sluts,
pornography.
Backdoor Sluts 9. That makes Crotch Keepers 3 look like Naughty Nurses 2.
Show me those braces. Yeah.
There you go.
Who's got a cavity?
That's my one. That's my one South Park reference for tonight. So okay.
So yeah, musings of a young Mickey Blowtorch.
Oh geez, I would have paid cashy money to watch a film of your formative years.
No kidding.
The Mickey Blowtorch story, starring Sir Ray Fiennes. It'll be that bit from In Bruges. You're a fucking inanimate object. Except it'll be 10 hours of that. And
Just
yes,
get random British actors in his biopic.
yes, there is an actual 10-hour loop of that because as everybody knows, I'm fond of finding 10-hour loops of things. And yeah, just type in 10-hour inanimate object, and that's the first thing that comes up. So, and I hear keyboard typing, so yes. And I'll bet you cashy money, Janelle's looking for it. Yep.
No, I'm just looking at the chat.
Oh, okay. because every time Ordy and I will mention something on YouTube, you'll hear, however faintly in the back, you hear click, 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 click.
I think that was
usually I do
me.
that. Oh, yeah.
I was typing a hello to Kevin in the chat. A minute.
JKL semicolon.
Now, you'll usually hear me tapping on the keyboard when you mention a movie I haven't heard of.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like, oh, I'm trying not to look stupid here. What's this movie?
No, it's not that bad. Although we did have a somewhat spirited discussion in the green room before we went on air about we were discussing God, the name escapes me. The Agony and the
Agony and
Ecstasy.
the Ecstasy.
Yes,
Mhm.
an awesome film. For those who have,
Beautiful film.
you need to see it.
I thought that was a Paul McCartney song.
No. Well,
No,
maybe.
That
I
does
don't
sound
know.
like a song
No.
you would do.
That was Mull of Kintyre you're thinking of, but
No, it was Wings.
oh jeez.
I think that should be a future podcast. Like we each pick an old cast of thousands type of film and come in
Oh,
and
God,
criticize it and talk about it. It'd be kind of
Oh.
cool.
I remember Rick telling me during the Christmas free for all broadcast we were having
Mhm.
that he wants to start a movie riffing thing for
That would be cool.
yeah, he wants to set up a show and
Theater 4,000.
yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
Kevin, yes, that would be wonderful Christmas time, and yeah, that's got to go up on the big screen. Yes, because that is the worst song ever created. No, except for "Happy Christmas," the Lennon song with Yoko Ono. Yeah,
Oh, that one.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that's not a song.
No, that's a cry for help.
And so
I was
this
I was
is
gonna say it was a
Christmas.
mating call for platypus, but I don't know.
Is that what a platypus sounds like? I don't know.
I have no idea. All I know is that they
Okay, now
glow
I gotta
under UV
Google it,
light.
but- No, I gotta
Fun
Google
fact.
it and see. Google, what sound does a platypus make?
No, I seriously, I have no idea what sound they make. I just do know that they do glow under UV light, and no one knows why.
Okay, it says
Wait, you're
listen.
kidding me? Platypus?
No, I'm not. Platypi actually, or whatever the platypus is, whatever the plural
I was
is.
gonna say
They do glow
platypi.
under
It's like, ooh, she got it right.
platypi.
Holy crap.
They do, and no one has figured out why. They've never been able to determine what it is about the animal that makes it glow, but it does glow under UV light.
They're
Probably
mammals
some-
that lay eggs and they glow in the dark? What the hell?
One word: Australia.
Yeah, fair.
Oh yeah, scorpions do glow. That's how I would look for them when my parents lived in El Paso. Before going to bed, we had to take the black light around to make sure that there were no scorpions under the
Oh,
bedroom.
man.
Yeah, fun
That's probably
times.
why I would never move south. Just because, like, there's too many weird animals down south.
Oh, geez, when
I'm one of them.
Yeah, exactly. And
Good night, everybody. But Gojira and I will occasionally bring up. She's in the chat right now, like about the sound cheetahs make. That they meow and they squeak, and it's like, holy crap! Something that big and terrifying that could probably rip you apart just sounds so cute.
yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
My brother-in-law actually trapped a mountain lion that was in our neighborhood. He lived 5 doors up from me by putting a huge box outside.
Mm-hmm.
And it saw the box and it went into the box and it stayed in the box. And so he called animal control and they came and got it.
You mean like a kitty cat?
Yes. It's a cat. It saw a box. It went in. They do that at the San Antonio Zoo all the time. They put boxes out in the tiger enclosures and the tigers just walk up and they just get in the box and they're like totally happy.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, it is. It is the cutest thing ever. They really do act like little kittens when it comes to a box.
Oh,
Spicy kitten.
Yeah.
just said if it fits, it sits.
yes, exactly. Because as everybody knows, you'll spend, God knows how many hundreds of dollars on pet toys, and they'll be
Yes.
happy with just the package. It's like, oh, I ordered all this stuff from Chewy, and you dump everything out on the floor, and they jump in the box and don't play with anything else. So, yeah.
Now I want a cheetah.
Can I get that zoned here? A cheetah? Here's my pet cheetah. It's my emotional support cheetah. I have to bring it into the local Target or I'll start crying. And guys, that was a joke. Nobody send me angry messages over that.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. How dare you?
I did have that happen to me on Facebook with an acquaintance, and I was like, gee, it's just a joke.
I don't know. People take so many things far too seriously these days.
Yeah.
Yes, witness, like we were talking about right before when we were in the green room about what's happening with the Babylon Bee and people saying, if you're Catholic, you need to stop liking Babylon Bee. And I'm like, what? No, I'm like Ricky Gervais. I find it funny. You find it offensive. That's why I'm happier than you are.
Exactly. And I was looking at that guy. I forgot his name, and anyway, I'm not going to mention it because he doesn't need the traction, especially from us. But I looked at his profile, and he's like, all this blood and thunder and blah 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 blah, blah and he's got 800 followers. Like, they must be suitably impressed because I'm not.
Wait, you mean I have more followers than him?
Yes.
Even
yes,
I do?
Yes. And
I love when I cross celebrities that I've got more followers than. I'm like, nice.
Wow.
What a loser. Congressman who? I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, speaking of all of that stuff, I'm sick of this this group think mentality that both sides obviously display, right? And we're not even going down a political alley here. I'm just like society in a whole. I don't want to have to think what everybody thinks that I should think, right? We're all very individualized beings, and that's the way we need to stay and get away from this Borg fucking conformity.
Yeah, but you have
Star Trek reference for you, Janelle. Did you like that shit?
Woo,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yes, very
But,
nicely done. It's like you said, a groupthink mentality. Twitter is basically a microcosm of high school.
Yeah.
Oh boy, howdy.
You've got the cool kids, you've got the nerds, you've got the jocks, and every other,
And of course, I'm in the
Societal.
corner reading my
Yeah.
Jane Austens while everyone's reading Twilight.
And that's why you would have sat
I'm
in
not
my
bitter,
chair.
I swear.
But yeah, and it's just, and
I'll be honest though, quickly though, when it came to Twilight, at least the gal who wrote them, Stephanie Meyer, she was an English teacher, and she at least the grammar, everything in there was correct. It was well written. I didn't like the subject matter, but it was actually well written and incentivized a lot of younger kids to actually read. So that was a plus. But when it came to the 50 Shades thing, oh my God, no. I don't know who wrote that, but I think they failed English in 6th grade and stayed that way.
Oof.
It was so poorly written. I found myself, I started reading it. I didn't make it past page 4 because I was correcting all of the grammar. And I said, I can't do this. And I'd never read the books. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I was just like, no.
The spicy sentences of poor grammar, and then
It drove me crazy.
to her thing.
and it's spelled thing with 2 G's.
And he said, "Oh, good."
I mean, seriously, I'm such a geek when it comes to English because I had to work so hard to learn it. So it was an affront to have this book, and every single female friend of mine was going crazy over it. They thought it was great and how awesome, and let's throw a 50 Shades party. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Oh my God, does anybody remember that video? Gilbert Gottfried reads 50 Shades of Grey.
God rest him.
Oh my God.
Great.
It's still, and these women are listening to the book on tape, and they like got this horrified look on their face. Oh my God!
If a book is starts to sound that horrible when Gilbert Gottfried is reading it, maybe it's not very good subject material.
Oh my god. Oh, it's just that. Oh my god, my ribs hurt just from thinking of that video. I was laughing so hard the first time I heard it, and I was like, "Oh, jeez."
He was so great.
He
He
really,
really was. Yeah, he's missed. There's so many who are missed, actually.
Well, here I've been staring at this this chat for a while now. Humbly submit the idea of a Twitchy TV guide style weekly "What's happening next," and now I got the "What's happening" theme stuck in my head. And then there's "What's happening now."
Oh yeah, I watched that too.
I didn't watch that one. I've seen bits of "What's happening."
what's happening then?
There should have been a spin-off with, what's his name? Long Duck Dong. What's happening? The hot stuff. Should have been a spin-off there, but no.
Yeah,
Opportunity missed.
He should have had his own movie. Yeah.
Yes.
No more Yankee, my Winky. Dog, I need food.
He and his girlfriend in the movie, they still do tours and they go to Comic-Cons together.
Oh my god.
They still do. And they had a commercial for a milk. I want to say it was a A2 protein milk or something like that. And they were the parents in the commercial. And, people were like, doing the whole Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme. It's them.
Oh my
It's them.
God.
And it was a take on the whole film because their young son was trying to get the attention of this, young girl or whatever. And it was kind of like a reverse 16 Candles situation. It was great. It was great. You should look up the commercial on YouTube. It's awesome.
Please tell me he had the same accent.
I don't think he spoke.
Do you think he ever sits in his house eating a steak and thinks to himself how many times he had to say the line, "What's happening? Hot stuff," to pay for that?
Oh no! I was looking for new episodes of What's Happening, but could only find reruns.
MD.
And that's it. Oh, thank you and good night. Don't forget 2-for-1 shrimp cocktails from 7 to 9 this evening.
Don't forget to tip your
I'm
waitress.
just mad I didn't think of something that clever.
You know how they say, don't forget to tip your waitress. It's funny when they fall over.
Exactly.
Bazinga. Well, this is a delightful show.
Indeed.
Isn't it? I'm trying to think of stuff to talk about, and then the moment I try to interject because I've thought of something, somebody else comes in, so I don't have to think anymore, and it's great. So you guys keep at it.
It is an end of the year thing, but it's also a beginning of the year thing, so we can go in either direction.
Yes, absolutely. It's not only breathtaking, but breath-giving. So
I'll be later on. I'll be going to bed or something, and that phrase is gonna pop into my head. And I'm gonna bust out laughing, and it's that my whole rhythm will be off, and I'll be awake for another hour just because of that phrase.
But yeah, I suppose we could talk about stuff that impacted us. If not personally or professionally during the past year. So if anyone wants to, although I know something that impacted Mickey, I'm going to bring it up. Mr. Amateur Pilot.
Ah, shit.
Tell us. Learn us about flying, dude.
Oh yeah.
Was it really didn't have it in my bingo card for 2024. It just kind of started happening. Basically what happened was my wife got me a they call it a discovery flight with the local flight school. My brother-in-law works for a big charter company he's a data geek. And so he had constantly been talking about how they're short pilots, this and that, this and that, this and that. And on a whim, my wife got me this discovery flight because I've been I've had the professional depression, so to speak. I absolutely hate what I do. I have a very high stress, strong job in the corporate American landscape, and it's just absolutely terrible. So I guess whatever my wife was thinking got me this discovery flight, and I went and did it, and decided to enroll into their program. And I've been flying since May. Next Sunday, a week from today, I'm going to solo, and I'm
Nice.
halfway to becoming a pilot.
Nice.
It's been amazing. It's an indescribable experience. If you have any kind of inkling of interest in aviation, my one recommendation to anybody out there that's listening that is wanted to do this is, if you're able to do it now, don't procrastinate any longer. Go and do it. The longer you wait, there's a shelf life on pilots. It's not something you can do well into your hundreds and 90s, et cetera, et cetera. You have to be physically capable. And airline pilots have, I believe, a mandatory retirement age of 65. So I'm not going to be able to retire from any airlines, but I'll still be able to give it a pretty good go as a career. But just do it if you want to do it. Don't wait. Don't wait like me. I wish I would have done it about 10 years ago. It's been phenomenal. It's so much fun. It's terrifying. It's so many emotions just wrapped up into one amazing experience.
Just keep Harrison Ford away from the planes.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Oh, ouch.
I was about to ask. I was about to tell Mickey. It's like, yeah, you being a pilot is great because Ordy and I, we're going to be private investigators, and we're all going to live together, and you're going to fly us around.
There we go. It's a TV show in the happening.
Oh, absolutely. a big helicopter, the Screaming Mimi. Anyone who remembers the Screaming Mimi, sound off in chat. And I don't see anybody sounding up, but Ordy knows. Ordy's in chat.
Ordy knows.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if anybody else knows. Ordy knows it, so we're good.
Okay, I'll Google it. It's a noir film directed by Jared Oswald. Is that how you pronounce it?
No. Look up Riptide.
1958?
Look up Riptide.
Riptide.
Riptide TV show. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay.
Yeah, I'm bringing up some weird 50s film. Stephen J. Cannell.
Yes.
Nice.
With that outro animation. Da-na-na-na-na.
GIFs you can hear.
Man, I kind of miss that guy. Remember when he would show up on one of his shows, like a cameo or some small, and he was always wearing the leather jackets. The hair was on point. The beard was sharp. I miss that dude.
I remember in the A-Team, they had to find a book at a bookstore. Like, it was one from like an author that's never been published before, and he was on the back cover of it. When they have the author picture. So of course, they put his face over it. But, Pros and Cons, great episode. Face plays Dr. Pepper.
Oh, jeez.
OBGYN.
And
he's like, that's Dr. Pepper, like in the soda pop.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce our somewhat tardy guest, Mr. Gay Biker Dad. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. Is this thing working?
It is absolutely working. Thank you
We're
for
reading
showing
you.
up. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Like I said, if you've been listening, then we're talking about anything and everything. So
I came in with beard and leather jackets, and I miss him, and I assumed you all were talking about me.
I mean,
We were.
You're Stephen J. Cannell?
Yes.
beards and leather. There's my intro.
Except like we said, it wouldn't be that little Stephen J. Cannell music. We would have played Waterloo. Yeah.
I have no idea
And
what's
we've
happening.
come full circle.
I'm smiling not
No, we
fake
were
until I make
we
it.
were we were discussing in the green room before we went on air intro music for everybody, and it was like, I wonder what his music would be, and it's like anything 70s disco, Donna Summer, Casey and the Sunshine Band, and then Aggie said ABBA, and then I'm like, Waterloo, yes.
Total confession, I don't know much about disco.
I am so
Oh,
disappointed.
man.
Oh,
I'm a terrible gay, I know.
no, don't say that.
You're a
Not
good
even the
gay.
Village
You're a good
People?
gay.
No, I mostly listen to country, metal, and like dark wave rock.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What kind of country?
It's
Oh, I mean, just about anything. I mean, if we all want to go all the way back to like Gordon Lightfoot and stuff like that, and
Damn.
yeah, Willie Nelson. And,
There we go.
no, already had a question for you. I put it up on the big screen.
Yes, Orty.
A question for GBD. I accidentally listened to an Erasure song yesterday. Did I catch the gay?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, you totally caught it from the toilet seat.
I am going to put away my CDs now.
Yes, do it quietly when no one's watching. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm an 80s child. I grew up with Erasure too. So actually, that's not quite true. I got into Erasure when I was in my early 20s in college, which was back in the mid 80s. So,
Well, yeah, it still
oh,
counts.
yeah. Okay, fine. I'll put them away.
I'm blanking on what songs Erasure did. I know I've listened to them. Hang on. I gotta look
Orty,
this up.
sing some of it for us.
He is so lucky he's not here.
Yes.
They did a version of
he said he
Salisbury
wasn't feeling
Hill.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I am
They did a
blanking
cover.
on all of these. Okay.
I
Oh,
tried to discover
That song!
a little something to make me sweeter.
That's where I've heard them. Because I kept confusing them with the that group that did that ha 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 ha, that song.
You're thinking of The Cure?
no,
No.
no.
that song's Spandau Ballet.
Oh, Spandau
That's it,
Ballet.
Spandau Ballet. Yeah.
Wasn't that a movie about
True.
roller skates?
Wow, I'm so lost here.
We all are. We all are. That's the beauty of this show.
We're so
Okay,
lost. We're in
wow,
the
and I'm gonna
Delta
look
Quadrant,
pretty.
and Janeway's out of coffee.
Yeah, this one thing you have to remember is that some of us are horribly, terribly old, so we'll be doing all of these 80 references, and I know a lot of people won't get them, but we're going to do them anyway. So I won't apologize for it either. But another good thing is those of you who know me know that I always play one specific movie in the background whenever I'm doing a podcast, and that movie is Casablanca. And right now we're coming up to the
I thought you were going to say
Morsay.
Xanadu.
So, yes.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, I'd love to, because that movie was friggin'
That's what I
I
was
still
awesome.
need to
thinking when
see
I
it.
mentioned the roller skates. I got it confused with what you guys were talking
Yes.
about. Xanadu.
They're roller skating going Xanadu.
Oh, that wasn't that Gene?
Dude,
that was
God.
Gene Kelly's last film, wasn't it?
I believe so,
Gene
yeah.
Kelly. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I believe he did it because one of his grandchildren was a big fan of Olivia Newton-John.
Oh.
So it was the movie wasn't that great, but the soundtrack was fabulous.
Weren't the
Not
bad
gonna
guys
lie.
from Superman in that movie?
Oh, what was...
I'm sorry, what was that?
The bad guys from Superman, weren't they in Xanadu? I'm getting confused here.
I don't remember.
I'm so used to X spaces because I keep looking for the emoji button. I just want to hit emoji, because Jesus. I mean, and I've never seen Xanadu. I only know about popular references and from culture, and Family Guy when Roger winds up trying to become an actress, but he can't cry, so he winds up getting thrown out of Hollywood and winds up doing cruise floor shows, and they're and now Roger in his tribute to Olivia Newton-John. Xanadu can't cry on cue. Now I am here with you.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. It was because you mentioned how Gene Kelly did Xanadu because his kid or grandkids liked Olivia Newton-John. There was an actor for Battlestar Galactica, the original one. Oh, who played not Faceman, Starbuck's father? I'm completely blanking.
Martin Sheen.
No. Putting on the Ritz. Is it that Fred Astaire? Was it Fred Astaire that was in Fred Astaire. Yeah, I think he did Battlestar Galactica for that episode because his grandkid was like, "Oh yeah, this show is really good," and I think he was like, "Oh, I should try to get on it or something." I think it was him, and I think that was the story.
Yeah, and that was exactly the same reason Raul Julia did the Street Fighter movie, because his kids loved the game. So
I need to see that one.
Oh my
But
god!
I mean, what a role!
Yes.
What?
I've never seen it. No.
Oh no, you got to see that because
I have the
he
game, but I
kills
haven't
it.
played it.
It was not a great
your
movie.
village was attacked and your father was murdered, but for me that was just
It was
Tuesday.
Thank you.
Yes.
The greatest line ever.
Best line ever.
It was the only memorable line from that abortion of a movie.
And my favorite part was his entire wardrobe, because all of the hats had to match whatever it was that he was wearing. And when he puts on the smoking jacket, he puts on the hat that's a velvet. And for me, I lost it. I lost my ever-loving mind on that. And it just, he was such a great actor. But yeah, he did that because his kids were a fan of the game. And so
I thought it was sad that was his last movie, because even as a child from that time who loved Street Fighter, I was like, this was goddamn awful.
Oh my god, the scenery chewing now. Oh my god.
Yes.
It's everyone's like, oh my god, it's bad. It's like, no, I watch bad movies. That's what I do, pretty much. That is not bad. That is a triumphant performance.
I thought so.
That is just somebody who has gone. That is just somebody who has gone full fucking shatter and does not care, and it's amazing to watch.
This younger,
I will always remember him as Gomez.
Yes.
Yes.
That's this younger generation. Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say this younger generation has lost the talent for making bad movies with the fun acting.
If y'all have never, if y'all want to see Raul
one night, can we all sit down one night and then watch Trauma Wars?
Yes, I would do it in a flat minute.
Yeah.
Anything Trauma, I'm in. Don't even. Just surprise me with a title. Just throw it in, and I'll watch
when they introduced Mr. Sita, which spelled backwards as AIDS, and his plan is to spread communism and AIDS to the American public.
Oh, dude.
We should do Tech War too. Come on, those books were written by Shatner.
No, it says they were written by Shatner. They were. Like with his Star Trek books, they were written by somebody. He had the idea for the story, but somebody else wrote it. Yeah.
And I think it wasn't Greg Evigan who was in the Tech War.
Yes. Oh my God.
That hair. He had the most beautiful hair ever.
His hair, even today, it stands as a work of art.
It does.
Pretty much.
It really does.
I tried to look up Tech War, and it comes up William Shatner's Tech War. He put his name on it.
Yes, that's yes.
You got that from Tyler Perry.
First there was Sid Meier's, then there was William Shatner. Or whoever came first. William Shatner's Civilization.
Did you guys ever hear that time that he was mispronouncing sabotage?
Sabotage.
Sabotage, and then he threw a fucking fit when they corrected him.
Oh, Jesus.
One of my favorite Shatner moments.
Listen, when I watch Next Gen and Picard always says like charade,
Is that a nod to Shatner?
I don't know. Maybe
That
he's
would
just
be pretty
British.
awesome.
I'm real sorry to sort of interrupt, but I finally caught up with the comments and I saw that going back to Orty catching the gay, he asked, so this cold flu is transitional phase before I become fabulous? Absolutely, buddy. Once you get done with these sweats and the chills and the thrush, you will be going wheels on fire, rolling down the road. Let's notify my next of kin. This wheel shall explode.
What is happening?
Please, darling.
I
Oh
don't
my
know,
God.
but I'm dying.
Oh my God. That fab is fucking amazing. I love
He'll
that
wish
show.
his brother George was here.
Oh God. I wish I could do video feeds into this. I would put in that Liberace video.
Oh my God. Oh my
That
God, Janelle, you made me cackle.
My job is done.
Oh my God. You know, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna post it on Twitter now. So everybody sees this because it's absolutely magical. Oh,
Oh my God, I'm in tears. Oh,
Now I'm thinking
Oh.
Squire of Gothos, but instead of what's his face? Is that William Campbell?
that's William Campbell, yes.
But
Yes.
it's Liberace.
Oh my God.
You know you'd watch it.
Oh yeah, I'd watch it in a minute.
Liberace's got some great taste. I'll be honest with you.
God, I used to love watching his show. When we first got here, it was still on. And my dad would make us watch Lawrence Welk and Liberace. And I mean, that dude was styling.
Liberace's Cold Case Files.
And I mean, but you know, and it was funny because, you know, he was very flamboyant. He was very much out there. But that guy, when he sat down at those keys,
Oh,
you
he was
forgot
amazing.
everything. You forgot everything.
Okay, I just posted that video to Twitter. the feeling groovy video. Yeah. Hang on. Oh geez. My internet is being slow. Okay, well, Internet, yes. Oh, come on, post. There we go.
Oh man.
And the mad dash for the keyboard. I have to see it.
That is the most 70s thing that ever 70s. Or
Yes.
is it 60s? I don't know. There's a lot of flowers. It could be either or.
Yeah, that's early 70s. Yeah, that's like 72.
We'd need to
73.
do a cocaine test on that thing to determine if it's 60s or 70s.
I've got
That
a phone
was the
Dupont
80s?
garage. We can get together.
Wasn't it in Crocodile Dundee? He went to the party and some guy was doing coke, and then he
Yeah.
threw it in the water like it was a Vicks.
He made him put his face over the thing. Yeah. Oh my God.
Call that a knife? That's a knife.
And see, the thing is, the amazing thing is, I'm looking at the count. We've got 316 people listening to us just talk about absolutely goddamn nothing, and I love this. I
Oh,
love
but
The poor soul.
aside-
We're
country.
sorry.
Guys, follow my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Actually, no, we are
There's
not
300
sorry.
people,
We
go
do
follow.
not take any responsibility, and this will happen again.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, Vincent, aside, I would kill for one of those outfits in that video.
Oh, seriously.
Not even joking.
I remember the first time I saw it. It was before Mickey got married, and I was like, Mickey, if I come to your wedding, I'm wearing this.
Everybody just looks so happy in these videos.
It was the drugs. That's...
Well,
you gotta remember,
it's
I went to high school in the 80s, and I can't remember my last 2 years of high school. I was like,
Oh,
I was happy all the time because that's I
think we're the same age, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we
I
are.
was born. I was born 66. So yeah.
Yeah. And all I did was smoke weed, and yeah.
And all I did was not even notice. Really, I had no idea what was going on in high school.
I'm just getting flashbacks from the Twilight Wars. It was an all-girl school.
Nice.
Oh boy, you poor thing.
Oh, jeez.
I think Vincent Charles was Mike Damone in high school, selling ticks to Cheap Trick and shit.
Oh my god. So yeah, if you really want to get her in the mood, play Led Zeppelin. Yeah. No, that didn't work.
Oh no, Kashmir totally works. Don't ask me how I know.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness! Speaking of, remember the big deal and on MTV when Rock and Roll High School was premiering, and Reefer Madness.
Yes.
And now we're looking back and going, really? That was a big deal? Okay. But it was a big deal back in the 80s. I thought that
No,
was funny.
Wednesday said everybody in girls' school in the 80s was coked up for weight loss.
Yes.
I thought again that was AIDS, but not the disease, the diet candy. AIDS.
Oh my god.
AIDS.
I remember those because my mother
I
used
lost
those.
40 pounds.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah, I actually what happened is one time my brother, sister, and I all got into our mom's AIDS, not, thinking they were just ordinary candy. And my God, we got fucking sick, but I totally forgot about AIDS until
I was gonna say run to the
I was an
bathroom.
adult and somebody reminded me and I went back and watched the commercials like, oh, that hits differently when that woman said, thanks to AIDS, I lost 40 pounds.
Oh my god.
What was that other drug that they pulled? Fen-Phen. Remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah, they pulled that one because that was
the one
pretty-
thing
that was
that
wrecking it.
amazes me about GBD is if you know him from his Twitter feed, he's a normal guy. He's masculine. He likes motorcycles. He does things that masculine men do. But listening to these culture references and all the stuff that he's talking about, it's like I've invited John Waters into my chat. And it's fucking amazing. I love it.
It is. I cannot tell you how excited I am to make his acquaintance because I got the same vibe. Literally the same vibe. Now I want to watch Hairspray right now.
Okay. I grew up watching TV in the 80s and the 90s. If I didn't understand a reference, I would go find it. And I mean, let's look at Simpsons, Family Guy, shit like that. I had to learn these references if I wanted to get everything.
Oh, jeez. It's amazing.
Pop culture references really have died with us, I think. You don't see that a whole lot with millennials and Gen Z at all.
I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I would consider you guys probably on the upper cusp of that, though.
I
was born in
identify as
92.
Gen X.
Wait, what? You were born in 92?
Yeah, I was born in 92.
Holy shit.
She could be my kid.
Actually, what
Listen, I watch a lot of old TV shows.
Okay, what
This
weirds
is
me
awesome.
out about this is I just now found out, how old she is. And my son and my daughter are older than her.
No.
Yes. My son was born in 86 and my daughter was born in 88. So
Wow.
Yeah.
People tend to think I'm older than I actually am for some reason. Except that one lady I went to the grocery store, she thought I looked 18. I don't know. It's like, thank you. I just turned 32 at that point.
Oh, this week I got into a fight over being carded because I don't normally keep my ID with me. And I have bought cigarettes at this convenience store for about 3 years straight. And she's wanting my ID for the first time. And I'm like, bitch, I am fucking Nick Fitton. You hand over them fucking Marlboro Reds right fucking now.
Well, Zelda in the chat was born in 1998, so I'm not the youngest here.
Oh, Aggie, I dropped something in your Twitter DMs you need to watch. So yeah.
Poor Zelda, she will never understand the glory of speaking on a phone with a cord, and when you were really fucking pissed
Thank you.
at somebody, you could just slam it on their
Yes.
ear.
Yeah.
That was fucking glorious, and I miss it.
You hear that?
We still have a landline here.
Oh,
Because
so
my
do
mom
I.
doesn't like using her cell phone, so we still have the landline.
Well, yeah, I have one too. I have a
Okay, I'm
landline.
not the only one.
Nope, you're not the only one. But of course, I have the landline. Your mom has the hand. Let's see where this is going. Okay.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, it's just that I live so remote that my cell phone service can't get spotty, and we're in a tornado prone area too. So
Oh
if the
yeah.
cell towers go, there is no way to communicate. So we keep a landline for that express purpose,
Yeah, that makes
just in
sense.
case.
And Aggie just picks it up and cranks it and goes, Johnsonville 1-8.
Listen, don't you
I'm-
judge me.
We're old enough to remember when you had letters in telephone numbers.
Yes, yeah. I
First-
actually, if you want to know how backwoods I grew up in Puerto Rico, my hometown, the area that we lived in, did not get telephone service until 1995.
Wow.
You guys
That
don't even
should
have
tell
fucking
you.
addresses. When
Yeah,
I lived in
yeah.
Puerto Rico, I had to give like physical instructions on how to get to my house. I couldn't give an address.
Yes,
You guys
when
need
they
to
gave
turn
to
right
mail.
at the bar on the corner, go up 3 houses, past the yellow one, and I'm the orange house on the corner.
Hey, for
Yes,
letters
this
and
is
a
true.
number. You totally got me remembering, like, Vincent, like when it was like late at night in the commercials. Are you looking for hot girls in your
Oh my God, yes.
We have hot girls standing by. Dial 1-900 hot girls, and your ultimate fantasies will come true.
And they got those songs that's like, pick up the phone.
Y'all haven't lived until you're in Germany, and come midnight, all of those commercials come on immediately on the sports channel of all places. Every
This
single.
geile Mädchen, ja.
Oh no, it's not mentioned. It's the older women. It's the granny sex that they're talking about, and I'm just like, oh my God, this
Come
exists.
on, Opa.
Yes, it's literally called Oma sex. I'm not
Holy
even joking.
fucking shit.
The asteroid's coming, right?
Ach
my
du
God.
lieber Gott.
Wonafaf got it right. He's like, Marie Hill 9371, please. Yes, that's it. That's how it was.
Like doing some lines of Metamucil and fucking.
No, I mean seriously, we were sitting there, and there was a soccer game going on, and we thought, okay, once the soccer game's over, and apparently it still had like 9 minutes to go, and it was as soon as midnight struck, they stopped with the soccer, and it went straight to these commercials, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? That's just the way it is over there in Germany. So it's like, and I was just like, what are they saying? What are they saying? And of course, my German neighbors were over, and they were translating, and they thought it was fine. It was normal. And I'm like, I'm completely stunned, shocked. I was like
Yeah.
bereft of words. I got nothing.
Oh, dude, imagine a 17-year-old guy who's stationed in Germany, and he wins a 3-day pass, and his older squad mates take him to Amsterdam. Just imagine that guy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that guy was me. Yeah. That was, I think.
I am literally seeing you in the Euro trip scene
Yes.
with Lucy Lawless as the dominatrix. Sometimes when our clients speak so of emergency pleasure, they scream out, no, 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 when really they mean more, more. For this reason, we have the safe word. Did you see the safe Flugesantenheimer? Yes, yes, for the love of God, Flugesantenheimer. Are you sure? Yes, as you wish. Bring on the Flugesantenheimer!
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh God, I loved it so much.
I'm freaking out, man. You did this to me. You sold these brownies to me. You're a bad Rastafarian.
Dude, in 4 years I went to Amsterdam 8 times. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Awesome, awesome town. I loved it. Awesome.
I'm
Ted.
sorry, you guys just lost me. I am now totally in a loophole of Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me.
Dude, I love that fucking movie.
Oh,
When that
scusi,
kid
the
draws
scusi.
the little Hitler mustache on his lip with the marker and starts marching around, I lose my shit to the point where my stomach hurts. I'm crying.
I once sexually assaulted a horse in Berlin and then stabbed a woman, so I'm going nowhere near Berlin.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I think that, when I was in Europe, it was still fun to be there. People still had a sense of humor. I don't think I could go back then.
No,
Of course, they still
You
had
can't.
Stasi.
well, you can go to Hungary and Poland. They still have a sense of humor there,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but not everywhere else. No, not really. No, the Italians are okay.
Let's face it, there's really just two Europes: tomato Europe and potato Europe.
And potato Europe.
Fair.
That's true.
I visited Italy when I was about 24, 25, and I had run out of deodorant on this trip. And so my big goal was to find a store that sold deodorant. I went to like 6 fucking stores
Oh,
until I found one store that had like some weird ass fucking brand of deodorant. That was
It's
my
not
big
big there.
Roman experience.
Yeah. Oh, one of us. I miss the Cold War. Oh my God. That line from Hudson Hawk.
Hast du etwas Zeit für mich, dann singe ich ein Lied für dich, wo 90 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht gerade an dich, dann singe ich ein Lied
Oh
für
my
dich,
God. You
wo
know what she's doing
90
now?
Luftballons sind das, so was man sowas kommt.
You know what she's doing now?
Bap, 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 bap.
Last I saw, Nina was a spokesperson for a laundry detergent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and there were red balloons in the commercial.
I would
Which
hope
is
so.
shock.
Yeah, you know, because
According to
Zelda,
Nina,
I
this-
too wish I
this
knew what was
laundry
happening right
detergent-
now.
rent must be paid.
The
According
war
to,
machine springs to life.
according to Nina, this laundry detergent considers dirt and grime to be subhuman and will set it free through work.
I saw a picture of her on stage, and I saw
Oh my
that she had
God.
hairy armpits. It really changed the whole 99 Luck Balloons for me. Now I have this association with that song and hairy armpits.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's one of actually brings up a really cool movie. I don't know if anybody else has seen it, but Atomic Blonde,
Yes.
which was set right before the fall of the Berlin Wall, has a kick-ass soundtrack.
The soundtrack is amazing.
It is. I like the whole thing too. I love that movie. I can sit and watch that movie over and over and over again and not get tired of it.
Love the fight scene with voices carry.
Yes. That's great.
Well, here, I will be right back. Because I have to visit the little tea drinkers room, so I'll be back momentarily.
That's what happens when you go hard on that tea.
Definitely.
Wo ist die Toilette?
Wo ist der Bahnhof?
Ausgezeichnet.
Ach, verdammt nochmal, ich habe Scheiße in die Hose gefunden.
Gradihaus, links.
Wo ist deine Freundin? Ich bin ausgezeichnet.
Okay. Oh, there's a.
We're all waiting.
No, I love to look in the chat and post these little pop-up facts.
You can hear the faint echo of tinkle.
No, stop.
hitting the porcelain. There's no sound quite like it. And Zelda, I think I'm required to be high to understand any of this. Yes, it does help.
Or you can just make fun of the people laughing at something you don't understand. I mean, seriously, I do that all the time.
It's how I've survived since I was a child. I don't
Pretty
know what's so
much.
funny, but everyone seems like they'll hurt me if I don't laugh.
That's so very 80s and 90s, isn't it?
Oh God, yeah.
laughing.
So many.
We're
You know,
laughing.
it's so funny watching movies now as an adult, and you're like, holy shit, I miss so fucking much. Like even watching fucking Animaniacs and all like the fucking sexual innuendos they threw in this show. It was like,
Mhm.
holy
Yeah,
shit.
that was not a show for kids.
That was not a kid show.
No.
That was
I'll
an
help
adult
you
show.
conjugate. Ma'am, I'm only 12 years old. Oh, my favorite one that I now understand is when they were all pretending to be detectives and the artist formerly known as Prince was still a thing. And like, we need to look for Prince. And Dot comes run up holding the artist formerly known as Prince. He goes, I found him. And he's like, no, fingerprints. And she and Prince look at each other and she goes, I don't think so.
Okay, I've returned.
We're fingering pop stars now. Glad you left us. This is what happens
Bye,
when you leave us
everybody. I'm kidding.
unsupervised.
I saw fingering pop stars at a Vans Warped Tour.
I was gonna say, didn't they open for Van Halen? Wait.
Gee.
If not, they should have.
Oh, go! Your Animaniacs were absolutely the fucking bomb.
Yes.
You know? I'm surprised I did not get suspended off of Twitter with my parody of Tranny Maniacs.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I was in one of the Twitter spaces. You know, for those of you, I'm sure many of you are familiar, but it's it's a space where you can talk and have microphones and everything. And we had this trans person come in who was an absolute advocate for the stuff that nobody's really caring for. And so getting sick of this person dominating the mic, screaming at everybody, I start going, it's time for Tranny Maniacs. And they're crazy to the max. Auto kind of philiacs. They wear skirts instead of slacks. They're Tranamaniacs.
That is so epic.
Oh shit, what was the next part? Something about they hide in women's restrooms when no one is about, but they pop out and whip it out and shake it all about. They're Tranny Maniacs.
Oh, Jesus.
That is glorious.
She was not abused.
Okay, I think out of all the episodes that I've done with the show, I can honestly say that my ribs have never hurt as bad as they have tonight. I have been laughing so goddamn hard. Oh, jeez.
Well, if you want to laugh real goddamn hard, Animaniacs, the guys who did the voices for Pinky and the Brain, they did the whole entire dialogue between Agent Sterling and Hannibal Lecter when she's interviewing him. But it's it's all in the Pinky and the Brain voice. He's like, do you know what you look like to me with those good bag and those good shoes, Agent Pinky? A rube.
A cheap,
well,
hustling little rube.
Nutrition is giving you something to bone.
But you're no more than 2 generations away from the mines, are you? Oh, jeez. Please tell me.
But
That's
if you
on,
turn that powerful perception at yourself, Doctor, what will you find?
please tell me that's on YouTube.
It is on
yeah.
YouTube. Just look up Pinky and the Brain Silence of the Lambs.
Oh.
It's fucking gorgeous, man.
Vin, there is also a video on YouTube of the cast of SpongeBob doing a scene from Casablanca.
Oh my God.
Well, that'd be great.
And they also did Singing in the Rain and Godfather.
Oh, Jesus. Now we got all these things I got to look for. You people are killing me. SpongeBob Casablanca.
Oh, no.
I saw them open for The Cure back in '86. Yes. SpongeBob dub classic. Okay, yeah. All right. It's in the queue. Okay.
With the Tranamaniacs going full circle back to Crocodile Dundee, you remember when he grabbed that chick's crank at that party? Or no,
Yes.
I just wanted to say that. I didn't have any point to make with that. I was just thinking about that.
Well, why don't we just now, since we're talking about cranks in Australia, how about shit? What is that one with the drag queens and the Filipino woman shooting ping pong balls?
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I enjoyed it.
I mean, to see Terrence Stamp just in that role, and Hugo Weaving, those were great roles. I mean, they were completely out of their comfort zone, and they nailed them.
Yep.
Let's not forget about Tu Wong Fu.
Oh my God, I still want Patrick Swayze's entire wardrobe for that movie. I still, to this day, do.
John Leguizamo was the best.
He really was good.
Chi Rodriguez.
Chi.
Chai Chai Roger Guise.
And Wesley Snipes cannot be. I mean, he was great. And I when they discovered the clothes up the stairs, he's like, no, honey, this is French. This is for me. I'm just, and he just faints. I mean, it's just so awesome. But one good lesson from that movie: moisturize. I cannot stress that enough. Everybody should moisturize.
In all honesty, Leguizamo, Snipes, and Swayze, I think they did fantastic for all being, pretty much alpha males in Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who coached them.
I know that Patrick Swayze's wife helped him with his role. Lisa had, was showing him how to move, how to dress, the foundation garments, all that kind of stuff. But I'm pretty sure that there were other people that were involved. And I want to say RuPaul as well, because she was in the show, in the film as well. So, but I don't recall outside of that who it was. But I do know that Lisa actually helped Patrick with his role. I know far too much about that movie. I know that
maybe my first exposure to homosexuality, which made me very confused and I didn't even think I was gay, was Nathan Lane in The Birdcage.
One of the most poignant things I remember seeing was when that movie came out, they went on a speaking tour and they were on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And Nathan was very private about his life. It was kind of an open secret. Nobody cared at the time. It was fine, but he was very private. And Oprah asked him a question that he felt very uncomfortable for. And he did not want to answer it because he knew then that it would be like coming out of the closet or something. Robin Williams immediately stepped in and took over the conversation and basically deviated the conversation to where he protected Nathan Lane from that question.
Wow.
And I remember watching that.
I
Robin Williams was such a giving and such a loving person. He did that for a lot of people in Hollywood. When he was doing films, as a matter of fact, in Wong Fu, he was supposed to be one of the main characters, but they felt he was too old for the part. So that's why he had that cameo instead, and that he killed that cameo. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, I can't! He's perfect." He was. So when the film came out, they asked him, "Why weren't you one of the?" And he honestly said, "Oh, with these hips, no." He was like trying to push the attention back on the guys that actually portrayed the characters rather than on himself, who had a smaller cameo. But he was very protective of all of his co-stars, and you saw that with the way he protected Nathan Lane, when they were on those speaking engagements.
One thing that I saw, I fell down a YouTube hole a couple of nights ago, and I was watching Jim Varney, the Hey Vern guy. He was doing Shakespeare, and they have actual clips of him on YouTube doing Shakespeare. He was doing Hamlet, and he was doing something with Robin Williams. They were backstage, And immediately these two just started going into accents, and they were playing off each other, and it was seamless. I mean, one minute they were English, the next they were like Dutch or German or whatever. And just watching these two go back and forth, I mean, it's fucking amazing. But, you know, there aren't too many. There's a lot of his commercials on there, you know, the Hey Vern thing and all that stuff. But if you go on YouTube and look it up, you can probably find it. Just look for Jim Varney, Robin Williams, and it goes on for like 5 minutes, and it's like completely nonstop. And you know it was cocaine fueled, definitely, but it was still
his original stand-up from the 70s. They after me. They after me.
It was amazing to watch, and yeah, you wonder why he sweat so much. Yeah, it was the coke.
You know, the older I get and the more I see of Robin Williams, kind of through like that window that we really didn't look into during his, I guess his prime. He really was a next level soul. You know, if you ever have seen those clips of him with Coco the gorilla, it's amazing. Just the gentleness he had inside of his person, and you really don't see that. Just such a foreign concept anymore of what he had and offered us that we really didn't notice at the time, if that makes any sense.
No, it does. Definitely. And dead air.
Hello.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I literally was picturing Robin Williams doing Madonna, Martha Graham. That clip was running in my head. Sorry.
No, I remember one stand-up he did. He was going on about commercials, and then all of a sudden he just started imitating Richard Burton. And he sounded, for one, exactly like him. And then he was like saying, "I'm Richard Burton for Dos Equis beer." And just like, I lost my shit. Oh my God.
I think my Robin Williams, which came first, Mrs. Doubtfire or Jumanji?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Why do I want to see Mrs. Doubtfire?
Hello! With the cake on his face.
Mrs. Doubtfire was 1993. Jumanji, 1995.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Unless you're talking about the 2017 film.
I just remember cracking up when he got so drunk, switching the different personas back and forth, trying to be with his boss and trying to be with his family. And he sits down in his Mrs. Doubtfire drag and is like, "God, after all that scotch, I really had to piss like a racehorse."
Well, you know, Mrs. Doubtfire is the best Bond villain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on, dearie. Help is on the way. Oh, I saw it, dearie. It was a one by fruiting.
Yeah.
Oh,
And all the accents scaring the fuck out of his wife. But I don't work with the boys because I used to be one.
And, oh my God, all the riffing between him and Harvey Fierstein. Oh my God.
There's an underrated actor if there ever was one.
Definitely.
He is amazing.
Oh my God. I
cannot stress
Death to Smoochie.
the first time.
Last. Oh my God, he's amazing in that.
The very first time that I saw him in a movie was Torch Song Trilogy, and I was just like blown away. He was so good in it. Yeah, educate yourselves because that's a great film. So.
Oh, jeez.
Clickety click click.
Clickety click. Yeah, everybody's looking for stuff.
No. He played a man who, you know, and I believe Anne Bancroft plays his mother, and he was trying to navigate a relationship with another young man played by Matthew Broderick, and it was all about, you know, coming out and all of this stuff. It was so well done. It was such a great film. It was like, I want to say 80, 81 that it came out. And I mean, you see Harvey Fierstein now. You look at him then, you're like, wow, he was cute. So it was actually a really good movie. But he does such great comedy. and and this movie was more of a drama, but he still had comedic turns in it, and so it was really good. I highly recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen it. It's
Let's
really
not
good.
forget his stint as Homer's assistant when he was in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That was yes,
Wait, Rob. Oh, you're talking Harvey Firestein.
yes.
Yes.
And I was
Harvey
like, I'm like,
Firestein.
when was Robin Williams in The Simpsons?
When they made Homer an executive.
That's right. Was that the one like you like tie? Tie good. You like shirt?
Yeah, I was just about to mention Goodyear in chat. He liked his character in Mulan. Yes, he played
Yes.
Yao. He was Yao in Mulan.
Yes. And I'll do it with my shirt on.
Oh, jeez. He's talking.
And whatever you do, don't watch Mulan 2.
Oh God, no, that was awful.
It was horrendous.
Disney sequels have never ever been good.
Lion King 2 is decent. As far as Disney sequels go, it's
Yeah,
decent.
Vince, kick her off the show. Kick her off the show right now.
Well, no, I mean they did pretty good with Lion King 1.5, which was that period where
right.
Simba was in the jungles with the other two characters. That was kind of cool.
Yes, there is no Mulan 2, and there's no live action Mulan.
The end. Yes.
And there's no live action
All
anything.
hail to Gojira.
I went to the Lion King live action at the theater with this chick that's. Do you guys know what fucking buzzballs are?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
This chick had buzzballs in her fucking purse. And we're sitting there in the Lion King, and she pulls them out, and you could just like the silence of the theater, and you hear the echo across the fucking theater, and she starts fucking shotgunning this shit, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, jeez.
And then I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'll have one."
And
And then-
I admittedly, it's a women-run company, and I get the concept behind it. It's a little cocktail and everything, but kind of expensive for a cocktail that you're getting in a can.
So she's downing
It's
these
small.
buzzballs in the middle of the movie, the Lion King movie, and then she pulls out a fucking a vape pen, fucking loaded with.
Were you dating Lauren Bobart?
Oh my God.
Puerto Rican version of her. And she just hits this motherfucker there in the fucking theater, and it wasn't like regular vape; it was fucking weed, right? Just this huge cloud, and I'm like smelling it. I'm like, this fucking chick's awesome.
That's the epitome of I don't give a fuck anymore.
Oh, but I was gonna say there is a Disney sequel that like apparently has no right to exist, but people rave about it, and it's like Cinderella 3: A Twist in Time. Like people actually rave about this movie.
No,
I don't know why. And Cinderella was one of my favorite growing up. I mean, for me, that was like, where the hell are these animals that are supposed to help me? But that kind of thing.
We
And
are
then
the smartest people. We can kill you in your sleep. So go ahead and tell somebody. No one will believe you.
I think if any
you want
Disney
to
sequel-
you want to know a nightmare? I used to work for the Disney stores, and we had to sing all of these things all the time. And I got so good at it that my regional director actually said that she would compensate me if I would do it off hours.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you've
No, they
got
were
to be
about
kidding
to say,
me.
You're never getting another day off again. That's
Pretty much. That's what it was throughout from the day after Black Friday up until the 24th of December.
No,
I was singing
if any
12 hours a day.
Man.
If any Disney movie needed a sequel, it was The Black Hole.
No kidding.
Yes.
The way that movie ended.
And the reason I brought it up is because I was going to say to GBD, yeah, there's a word in that title.
Hole.
Hole. Hole.
Oh.
Show hole. But yes, that was an amazing movie. I saw that when I was 10, 11 years old, and I was like stupefied. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And my dad, he took me to all these movies, and he hated 90% of the stuff that I wanted to go see. But he was actually sitting up and watching this instead of like falling asleep, which is what he usually did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's one of my father's favorite Disney films
And
to this day.
It had the robot with the coolest name ever, which I won't get into.
Twiki? No.
No.
I'm kidding.
Beady, beady, blow me.
Oh God, yes. Gojira just fucking nailed it. He says that freaked me out so bad as a kid. The 80s kids had like Unreal Kids films. Like, dude, I know it's all too soon, but fucking Artax's death, y'all.
No!
Ah!
Whenever
Artax!
Stupid horse!
Whenever anybody posts anything like that on Twitter concerning Artax, I always post something really, really evil and cruel after it. And then I'm like, oh, too soon? I'm like, oh. But because I'm a bastard, obviously. Yeah.
The crazy thing is, I guess in the original book, Artax talked. So I'm picturing like Mr. Ed like sinking into the swamp of sadness, going, "Oh, Wilbur, just let me die." And that was horrible.
He's like, help me, Atreyu. Help me.
I don't know. I'm picturing him more like an Eeyore. Like, thanks for
Oh
noticing
no.
me.
Oh my goodness.
It's all right. I'm just gonna drown here in this mud.
Oh my goodness.
Go on without me.
It's either this or glue.
Wait, so there's an Artax cosplay?
Jeez. Let's see
There's
what
an
else.
Artax cosplay?
What?
Yes.
That's what Go just saying.
You invoked Artax. Oh,
Are you talking about the Halloween costume,
that one's
Gojira?
going on the big screen. You invoked Artax. Go time out.
I mean, now I'm picturing Mr. Ed in Lord of the Rings.
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Ed is Shadowfax.
You got to capitalize is. Yeah. He is Shadowfax.
Pepper steak is the entree.
There's a dark
What's
person-
that behind your back, Pippin?
Oh my God, that one meme. Like the F sound that Gandalf makes. Whenever he says fool of a took, he's like, fuck.
Fool of a took.
There you go. Oh my God. Okay, now I got to turn off Casablanca. And I got to.
Well, Go, you can send it to me.
Could you imagine Mr. Ed down in Tijuana?
Oh, Jesus, no, we are not going there. No, back to 80s
No,
cartoons. Let's see.
in-
We also saw a Muppet get stabbed during a great conjunction.
He's in
Saw
Juarez,
essence drained out of this cute little puppet.
Oh my God.
We saw those awesome, wonderful, innocent Landstriders get torn apart by crabs.
Skeksis love gelflings. Oh,
And then we have like David Bowie with that giant inappropriate crotch, like thrusting it around
Oh,
an infant. Until that was you'll be mine.
You know, I only watched Labyrinth once. It was in youth group, and yeah, we made jokes about David Bowie's interesting costume choices for months.
oh, dude, do you think that was bad? You should have seen the clothes he was wearing when he performed. Oh my God. Fucking awesome.
Coach, I have not seen that. Oh my gosh, what kind of person? Vin, I'll send it to you.
On the topic of David Bowie,
Yes.
I had a colonoscopy last month, my first colonoscopy. As I was coming out of the amnesia,
They played Golden Years.
I still had the
Yeah, they
oxygen
played
mask on,
GoldenEye.
apparently, and they were trying to take it away from me, and I wouldn't let them, and I started singing Space Oddity.
Oh my God. I remember you tweeted that. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, that really happened. My wife was so impressed.
Oh God.
And then the nurse came in and said, "You guys have 20 minutes."
Oh God. Although actually, I think probably, because I'm a huge Bowie fan. I saw him play live 5 times. But I think probably the best Bowie song that I've ever heard was on the soundtrack to The Life Aquatic. Um,
With Steve Zissou?
Steve Zissou, yeah. There's a Brazilian musician, Sue George. He plays one of the guys on Steve Zissou's team, and he does acoustic versions of Bowie songs. And the end credits, he plays an acoustic version of Queen Bitch. It's fucking amazing. It is. And you can find him on Spotify. Just type in The Life Aquatic, and that soundtrack will come right up first thing. It's awesome. But
It was a good soundtrack.
But he's doing it all in Portuguese. So if you don't know the words of the song, then yeah, you're kind of stuck. Yes, it's spelled Spoti. Hubby was lolling.
Yes, he was. I actually was singing Bohemian Rhapsody after mine.
Oh my God.
What is with
Because
Mama?
I'm lightweight. And so they gave me what they felt was the amount of sedative I would need.
I feel a little finger up inside my ass. Got a moose.
And so I was still asleep, and they were trying to wake me up. And so they said, we need you to talk, sing something, say something, sing something. And the first thing I woke up, Galileo, Galileo, Galileo. And then I went from there. I didn't even start at the beginning. Yeah, I didn't even start at the beginning. And my husband was laughing his ass off. He thought it was hilarious. Well, they asked me to sing something, and that was the last thing that I was thinking about before the anesthesia. So, and
oh God,
it's just a trick that I do whenever I'm going in for a surgery or whatever. I'll think of a song that I enjoy that's peppy, and that was the one that was in my head. So.
She's just a poor girl from a poor family. Spare her life from her anal probing.
Oh, okay, next time you have a procedure, just think of HMS Pinafore.
Oh my word! No. What is my favorite?
The ocean blue.
No, my favorite is the Mikado, so it's got to be that one.
We are so true, and it's to do our duty.
Can you imagine me waking up singing "We Are Gentlemen of Japan"? Can you imagine that shit? Oh my God, people lose their minds.
Vin, did I ever share with you the HMS Pinafore, but it's all done as Star Trek: The Next Generation characters?
No, you need to send it to me.
Okay, it was like some people put on a play, and yeah, I need to send that to you.
Yes.
my favorite take was on The Simpsons. Remember when it was Sideshow Bob singing?
Poor little buttercup, poor little buttercup.
For he is an Englishman.
Okay, Captain of the Pinafore. I'm sending you that one.
Oh, Jesus.
Sideshow Bob was my favorite reoccurring evil villain.
Yes. I don't know. Sideshow Cecil put up a good show. When they poured concrete on the dog, Geach, the smell hound.
Well, I mean, if we're going to be quite frank and honest, the Simpson musical numbers are fucking incredible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where the sauce on your steak, where the cheese in your cake, we keep the spring in Springfield.
Oh my God.
With the lace on your nightgown, the point up to touchdown. Yes, we keep the spring in Springfield.
Oh my God! When Marge did the play,
to cut it down,
when they did, when
to
they
shut
did,
it down, that would be twisted.
We just heard this place existed. Where the highlights in your hairdo, the extra arms on Vishnu.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
I hear Apu, and then when
Oh
they did
God, I hate every chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee.
See.
So you'll
Oh,
never
Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Oh, Dr.
Yes, I
Zayas,
was gonna say,
Dr.
where's
Zayas.
the Amadeus one?
I love you, Dr. Zayas.
When I first arrived, you were all such jerks, but now I've come to love your quirks. Maggie with your eyes are bright, Marge with hair by Frank Lloyd Wright, Lisa can philosophize, Bart's adept at spinning lies, Homer's a delightful fella. Sorry about the salmonella. That's okay.
Oh my God.
If you cut every corner, you'll have more time to play. It's the American
Oh
way.
my God.
The policeman on the beat needs some time to rest his feet.
Fighting crime is not my cup of tea.
And the clerk who runs the store can charge a little more for meat, and milk.
I'm
Milk from
1980.
1984.
Oh my God. Now 401 people are listening to us sing songs from The Simpsons. And it's
I'm a maniac on the floor, and I'm dancing like I've never danced before.
oh my God.
That's
I
the
would pay
story.
back. I would pay back to see you do that. The whole dance.
Oh jeez.
If you want to be our sitter, please be sweet and never bitter. Help us. Oh, I forget the rest. Might I add, eat my
Might
short
I
time?
add? Yeah. Oh, okay. You beat me to it.
Scorpio! He'll sting you with his dreams of power and wealth. Beware of Scorpio! His twisted plots and session to rule the world in his employees' health. He'll welcome you into his lair like a nobleman welcomes his guest with free dental care and a stock plan that helps you invest. But beware of his generous pensions, plus 3 weeks paid vacation each year. And on Fridays, the lunchroom serves hot dogs and burgers and beer. He loves German beer. Da-da-da-da.
Hey, Aggie, I'm completely sober. This is how I
So
am.
am I. So am I. I have no excuse. Like you. I have been drinking tea. So
No, I've
and
been
no, not Long Island. Before you go there.
okay.
The episode where Marge was addicted to Long Island. Oh, you're a pretty girl.
Yes.
I was
Boy,
debating
the
on
way
drinking.
the Bee Gees played.
Michael Jackson still was
was
black. Those were the days when I was 17. I
It
bought
was.
some very good beer. When I was
Oh,
17, my name was Brian McGee. I stayed up listening to Queen when I was 17.
oh.
Oh, great. Now I got Frank Sinatra in my head. Thank you.
Vince, why did you
Hey,
bring
this-
us to a gay steel mill?
Yeah.
This is the reason why we don't do 2 shows a night, people.
Oh, man. Well, Mr. Burns had done it. The power plant had won it. Roger Clemens clucking all the while. Mike Sosha's tragic illness made a smile. While Bugs laid unconscious on the barroom tile. We're talking. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh my God. I don't know. I just hear that song, and then I think of the bar fight. Pick
And
the
I
elder.
say England's greatest prime minister is Lord Palmerston.
Pit the elder.
Lord Palmerston.
Pit the elder.
All right, you've asked for it, Boggs.
Oh jeez. Oh God. Okay, my ribs hurt and my face hurts because I've been like continuously smiling for the last 45 minutes.
I think the podcast went off the rails probably around 6 o'clock.
No, it went off the rails 1 minute into 1 minute in,
That
and
soon?
we had a I don't know, was it a Star Trek or a Simpsons quote? One, two.
Probably both.
Oh, jeez. Okay, time to unplug the laptop.
It might have
And,
started on rails.
Not really, no.
No.
It was more like a gondola that had kind of hung in midair and then it lost control and it's swinging back and forth. So not really.
oh no,
not really
no,
rails,
it's not.
no.
It's not.
Oh
swinging
fuck no!
back,
This
no.
gondola is fucking capsized.
Wait, which is the movie that has James Bond in a gondola having a gunfight?
Moonraker.
Didn't
Was that
they
The
all?
Spy Who Loved Me?
No,
Moonraker.
he's in a gondola. That was Moonraker.
Moonraker. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he's in Venice.
Okay, so it's like that. That's what's been going on.
Space.
You know, it's funny because I was playing GoldenEye when I was doing my, GoldenEye series on my channel, and I forget which. It must have been the Aztec level, but then I got the Moonraker gun, and I'm like, it's a ray gun. They threw that in here. Why? And then found out it was part of the movie
Mm-hmm.
because I never seen a James Bond film, but I'm a master of the games for some reason.
Okay, no, you have to. I mean,
I-
let's face it. One of the
Vince, we
best
need to
things
fix this
about that,
girl.
the entire franchise, was the naming of the Bond girls. And we
Yes.
can all agree that Pussy Galore was the best name for a Bond girl.
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
Followed by
and-
Holly Goodhead.
Yes.
And
And
Get
Octopussy.
away with it.
that one, also the theme songs are also a big part of it. And
Mhm.
the one
Bum,
for Moonraker is severely underrated. I mean, Shirley Bassey can fucking sing.
Finger.
Yes,
I love
agree.
the theme to Moonraker. It's
Same.
amazing.
Same. It was really, I mean, you're right. It was completely underrated. It was like Herb Albert underrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Oh,
Vincent knows what I'm talking about.
Herb Alpert is the shit. He's awesome.
Well, he's the A in A&M Records. And everybody forgets that. But his band was just kick-ass. I must have I think 7 or 8 of his albums out
Vinyl
of
albums?
my vinyl.
Do you have the chick in the
Including,
whipped cream
yes.
dress?
I have 2 of those.
Oh my! Oh, I'll buy one from you.
Oh,
If you would like one, I'll send you a copy.
You have two of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have 2. I bought one, and then my dad gave me his stack of records, and there was one in there too.
Oh my god! I would so buy that.
Okay, I'll check. I'll make sure that I have 2. But oh yeah, the weird thing is that the gal that was the model, for lack of a better term, for that particular album cover, they found her again, and they did she's there holding the album cover, and she did not age gracefully at all.
Bless her heart.
But
Oh, that's
she had a really good life, and she really enjoyed the notoriety, and it was one of the best things that she ever did, according to her. So it was a great cover.
I want to recreate that cover with me.
You should.
I'm
You
gonna,
totally should.
well, remember you gotta use the smiley face.
of course, of course.
the lit one. The lit one.
The lid.
Fire lit.
Yes. Yes.
There will be a day when
As-
I can
as
come
they
out on
will.
social media. Until that day,
But today is not that
I
day.
will be the man with the avatar face.
That is hilarious.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Well, I suppose I should publicly thank you, Vin, for guilting me into watching Casablanca.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
most welcome. My absolute favorite
Yeah,
movie.
it was great.
And like I said, it's the one that I play in the background every podcast.
And now
I
you
do.
need to watch the porno version, Casablanca.
No.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen up, kid. I'm gonna whip this thing out, and if you aren't on it, you're gonna regret it.
If not now, then then for the rest of your life. And you get to watch Victor Laszlo watching.
No,
him.
no, no.
What a crack.
I'm just trying to like in my head picture like a porno version of a kiss is just a kiss, like boom, 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 boom.
Of all the buttholes and all the butts of the world,
I
she walked into mine.
she had to eat mine. Yeah. But yeah, I rag on Victor Laszlo a lot, but yeah, he deserved better. He deserved better than Elsa.
I can't
We
hate
both
any
did.
of them. Just because it was a really crappy situation for everyone.
Yeah, that's true, but still.
'Cause I know with her, at first I was like, holy crap, did she like cheat on her husband when he was, imprisoned in a concentration camp? Because that's kind of crappy.
I was in Dallas for the weekend.
And it's like, okay, so no, he was actually alive. And it's like, all right. But I was like, holy.
I figure she nailed everybody else in the movie. I'm surprised she didn't nail what's his name was trying to sell the ring in the bar.
Oh, jeez.
Or the Russian bartender.
Oh, that guy.
Or hook up with the French chick. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Do you remember? I think I want to say it came out early '80s. It was before. It was either before or right after Raiders of the Lost Ark. Hanover Street. Do you remember that movie? With
That was a Harrison Ford movie.
Harrison Ford, Leslie
Yeah.
Ann Down, and I forgot who played her husband. But he's basically saving the husband. He had a fling with her, and he didn't know. It was tragic all around. I mean, not for the husband. The husband was okay, but it always gave me Casablanca vibes, and I'm wondering if it was influenced by it.
It
Yeah.
probably was. I haven't seen it, but now that you've mentioned it, I think I probably need to look for it.
Well, Leslie Ann Down, total babe.
Yeah.
She was an upstairs downstairs.
Oh
Go
yeah.
on.
No, that was the Downton Abbey precursor.
Yes, upstairs, downstairs. That was such a great series. It was really back when PBS had really good shows on.
Right. Like the first
So,
two series I thought were a little weak, and then like really picked up in like the third series for me at least. And then
Yeah, it got more cohesive as it went along. Brideshead
Yeah.
Revisited was another one.
It cut out. What'd you say?
Brideshead Revisited.
Haven't seen
it.
it. I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's great. It's awesome. If you like Downton Abbey and upstairs, downstairs, stuff like that, you will like Brideshead Revisited.
Okay, yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, there were a lot of really good, solid series on PBS, before they went to hell.
Right.
So
Upstairs, downstairs sounds like a 1940s innuendo. Like, oh, I was in the bedroom giving her the old upstairs, downstairs.
God.
It's like a 50s British sex comedy.
Benny Hill.
Not when it's starring Eileen. No, Eileen Atkins wasn't.
Thank you. It was Christopher Plummer who played the husband. Thank you. I thought it was Christopher Plummer. I'm sorry. I'm back to the Hanover Street.
Gene Smart
thought it
was
was
upstairs, downstairs. That was Gene Smart, right? No, not Gene Smart.
no.
Oh, no, that's the Designing Women lady.
That's the blonde in Designing Women.
Yeah. Who am I thinking of? Oh, what's her face? That woman.
Who did the
Another
thing?
thing.
Jean Marsh. That was it.
Oh, already nails it.
Not
And I'm
Jean
putting it on the
Smart.
big board. You know what has heavy Casablanca vibes? Al Stewart's You're the Cat. Yes. This is like one of the best songs of all time.
Gene
Seriously.
Simmons. Yes, Gene Simmons in upstairs, downstairs.
You gotta put the hashtag in there, Ordy. Hashtag Order of the Polecat Moonbeam.
I know Jean Marsh was in it. Leslie Ann Dan was also in it.
Yeah.
Gene Shalit.
Gene Simmons, but not the woman.
Right.
Gene Shalit. She had the most beautiful mustache. Oh Jesus, my ribs. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
But yeah, like
Ugh.
for British period dramas, like the '90s was like the golden age. Then
No,
you
I
have
gotta
British-
get, and I think it was due a lot to the Merchant Ivory films that started coming out in the 80s that incentivized a lot of people to start doing those
right.
beautiful, British dramas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It was the 90s had a bunch of really good ones.
Yeah. Like I think Pride and Prejudice really like catapulted the whole Jane Austen adaptation. And there were like a bunch afterwards.
Hmm.
You had like 2 versions of Emma come out in like within a year or 2 of each other.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of stuff with the guy's name you kept continuously mispronouncing.
That was Persuasion. And he was kind of a jerk in there. I'm not a big fan of Persuasion. Yeah. You mean Siraran Hins?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that poor man.
I know.
I love Karen Hines though. He's so cool.
Did you ever see his Jane Eyre? Where he's like throwing fits half the time.
No, I haven't seen that one. I did. One of the ones that surprised
Seriously,
me.
he was evoking Julius Caesar before
Yeah.
he did Rome.
He's like yelling,
Seriously.
throwing luggage down the stairs. He's got this weird ass mustache.
He was a consul of Rome.
Council. Rome.
If you like period films that are relatively new, that came out like
Ouch,
in
I'm
this
sorry.
century.
Yeah.
Have you seen Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day?
No, but it sounds familiar.
It's it is so cool. And yes, Karen Hines is in it.
Yeah.
So is Mark Strong, so
Yes.
Lee Pace, what's her name? Amy Adams is in it.
Okay, yeah.
But Miss Pettigrew is played by Frances McDormand. And it actually takes place, it's literally a day long, a day in her life, and everything that happens and how she influences all these things. It's great. And I just it's set in Britain right before the bombing starts and everything. So they're about to enter World War II and everything. But the costumes are beyond amazing.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Just for that, just tune in for that because it's awesome.
I don't know. I like that version, but you really haven't experienced it until you've read it in the original. Quality.
And I do have to apologize to Gojira. I'm sorry. I'm not a big Persuasion fan.
Seriously, Kieran Hines is amazing in everything he does, and he did a version of what the hell was that? Troilus and Cressida, the
Right.
Shakespeare play, back in the early '90s, and he played Achilles, and he played him like Butch, like seriously, like Rob Halford from Judas Priest Butch, with like leather and spikes and slick back hair and all that shit, and it was frigging amazing. But yeah, definitely worth finding if you could find it.
He was also, I remember, in Amazing Grace. Little movie from 2006. It's about William Wilberforce. He's a politician yelling in Parliament half the time. And
he was a consul of Guildford.
I think he was like missing a finger in there. But yeah.
Oh,
I can't believe that movie came out 17 years ago, Bit.
Wait, what?
Miss Pettigrew. I can't believe it came out that long ago.
Cause I'm looking at the poster and I kind of remember seeing the poster around. That was 17 years ago? Shoot.
I'm stunned.
And there's one for the big screen.
Unfriended.
You can
come back. But I swear, if I had the time, budget, and the audience for it, I would totally do a Mystery Science Theater style show for British period dramas. And it would just be
That would
me
be so
making
awesome.
Trek references at it the entire time.
And I would pay cashy money. to watch it.
Totally. Me too. I'd be so in. Seriously.
I'd have to cover the 80s Jane Eyre with Timothy Dalton because he's so good in that miniseries that I hate him.
I understand that, believe it or not.
Well, and he's like going to bits because like she wants to leave because he's married and he lied to her, and he's going like, my hope, my love, my life. And what does my sick brain go to? The Three Stooges, Woman Haters Club. It's like, my life, my love, my all.
Oh, Jesus.
Man. Wait, Goj volunteers as tribute for what? Guest voice? Trash talking British period dramas is the only reason to watch them. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
It's almost been 2 hours.
Yes.
Wow.
God, I sound a little bit like Owen Wilson.
Wow.
The Butterscotch Stallion.
Wow.
And then classic Poldark is great. Just throwing that out there.
I was about to say, yeah,
I've been
okay.
making notes.
like 70s Poldark, he doesn't take his shirt off as much as the new one, but it's a better series in my opinion.
Okay, wasn't there an 80s one
For
too?
Poldark? There was a sequel movie in like the 90s, and people got pissed because they didn't have the original actors.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess fans were protesting in period dress for the casting choices. And it's like, man, what a time to be alive.
That takes commitment right there. Serious commitment. I mean, getting buttoned into those dresses.
I mean, I used to do historical costuming, and now fabric's like stupid expensive, but I mean, I argue it's not really that bad, getting, pinned into everything, but yeah, after a couple hours, it's like, okay, I'm done.
I have a girlfriend that makes costumes for the Revolutionary and stuff like that, and she makes them by hand using vintage fabrics that she finds,
Yeah, but does she use real whale bones to make the corsets?
She actually experimented.
Because if she can't,
well,
then
this is the weird thing. This is the weird thing. She actually found a supplier out of Great Britain that had some antique whale bone.
Wow.
And she bought it, and she wanted to see if whalebone was still something that could be made pliable and everything. And she said, the thing is, the problem with whalebone, because you cannot harvest it anymore,
right,
is that it does become brittle over time. And so she basically made a corset with whalebone, and she was like, I can't bend. I'm afraid it'll snap, it'll break, so she actually has to use a synthetic form that mimics how whalebone would have. So it's not even what they use in corsets now. It's the actual stuff made to mimic what whalebone was back then. She tries to be as exact as possible, and she does such beautiful work. And I'm like, this girl is like, she falls into a hobby and she's like all out.
Oh yeah.
She uses Singer machines from like 200 years ago to make these costumes.
Wow.
Because she wants it to be that authentic. And I'm like, I don't think the stitches care. And she's like, well, I do. And there's something.
You're kind of putting me to shame because I'm just using like cable ties over here.
Yeah, we had
She puts everybody to shame.
Someone is adorably on the spectrum of the ism.
But to be honest, when I make a costume, I have to. I can only sew by hand. So if I'm making a costume from scratch, it's gonna take me a long time. I actually have to, plan it all out and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, costume.
I don't know. If I think I was going to cosplay, I'd make a what was that one Star Trek? Yeah, the Star Trek uniforms from the motion picture, because they're just onesies, so I can walk around in pajamas all day.
I remember I watched the motion picture like for the second time, like I don't know, in the last 6 months, and all I could think is that Mystery Science Theater quote. It's like, all right, stop, everyone, go up a shirt size.
Yes, exactly.
I fucking loved that show.
Yes.
I did too.
Oh,
I love that movie.
Well, first off, Danielle's here. Yay. I love her. And my favorite still is The Day the Earth Froze, where they took that old Swedish film that was badly dubbed over in English. And it's like,
yes. The Sampo.
I'm sorry, man, but the multicolored dome is an accessory that it does not come with it. You need to order that separately.
See, the cool thing about it is that film and the other one they did that was similar, The Sword and the Dragon. They were both like American versions that were like severely cut up of classic Russian films. And so Sword and the Dragon was based on Ilya Muromets, who was a Russian folk hero. And if you actually watch you can find the movie on Tubi, and it's fucking amazing, considering it was made in 1956, and it just looks awesome. But these movies were, hang on, what the hell's beeping? Ah, there it is. Okay.
Am I here?
High tech here. Yeah,
Okay.
you're here. But
Yeah, I lost power
those
for a
movies, those movies, the American versions that they riff on MST, they were redone, they were recut and redirected by Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh wow!
Failure, he is a failure. We shall die of starvation. Santo.
Oh my god!
Let us be gay, for
this
he
one
is a dickweed.
That one's going on the big screen. Lemon kind of leaves your whole wash smelling fresh.
Oh my god!
The Mothra twins always praying to Mothra. Excuse me. We are filled with shame.
Oh, but I love the Peanuts.
Oh, who doesn't love the
my God.
Peanuts? But it was super fucking funny when it's when it's the robots going, "We are filled with shame" every time they bow their heads to Mothra.
Oh, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to call it a night. And oh, geez, year-end podcast. I cannot thank you people enough. Really, you made this one of the funniest and most enjoyable shows that I've done so far. And what I would like to do is I would like to mention each of you and tell us where we can find you on social media or anywhere else and what you're doing. So, Mickey, why don't you kick us off? Tell us where we.
Well,
can
first
find
of all, thank you for having me on the air this evening on your wonderful year-end show. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was nice to meet some friends, Gay Biker Dad and Janelle. We hadn't really rubbed elbows together before, but it was a pleasure this evening. On social media, you guys can find me on Twitter, or X as the kids call it now, and that's at Mickey Blowtorch and nothing else.
And Orty says, "I'm so sad I couldn't be a part of this." Orty, you're always a part of
Well,
this.
because you couldn't be a part of this, you must absolutely show hole.
Yeah, show hole. And speaking of which, GBD, where can we find you, brother?
I am on Twitter as Ultra Gay Biker Dad. My @ is another homocon.
I love that ad. I'm not gonna lie.
which is amazing. Oh, I love it. Aggie, where can we find you?
You can find me at Aggie Rican and at Aggie the Barkeep. That's the cocktail account over on X. And on Sundry Podcasts throughout the week here on KLRN too. So, watch for those. I'll tweet about those later.
And Janelle,
So
where
you can
we
find me
you?
at Janelle Waz on Twitter, YouTube, even Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm working on growing that. I talk Star Trek, video games, and whatever else I feel like talking about. And thanks for having me on, Vin.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, all 426 of you, I have no words. Thank you. Thank you for making this as fun as it is, and well, just showing up and being with me.
Show
Show
hole, definitely. So, wish you and yours a happy new year, and we'll see you next week. Take care.